government is way out of control. The callous disregard of taxpayer money is absolutely staggering. The GSA hiring clowns and mind readers, and then of course there's NOAA. They tried to hire a magician before, of course, they got caught. And how about those SEC lawyers? That may top it all. They downloaded porn on your time and your dime. Yes, you're all paying for it. You're paying for it all. Billions and billions and billions of your taxpayer dollars wasted every single day in this city. Meanwhile, the country faces a huge debt that's growing wildly every second of every hour. So what is wrong with our government? Well, the person who knows, John Stossel, Fox Business host and author of the new book, No They Can't, joins us. He got all dressed up just for the on-the-record viewers, and that's we're all so flattered that you got dressed up for us.
I thought this was a requirement for On the Record.
It is indeed. Okay, so I told the viewers you're going to tell us what's wrong.
They take our money and our freedom, and they're power mad. And we need limited government. We look at this. This is the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Together, it's this.
I thought it was your foreign passport.
It looks like a passport.
Foreign one.
For our first 150 years, this is when we grew the fastest, when lifespans increased. This is the basic part. But now they add a new 1,000 pages of rules every week. And frankly, if they're in the hot tub or listening to magicians, I'm happy, because at least people wake up, oh, they waste our money, but they're doing less damage to us when they're goofing off than when they're regulating.
Well, you say that the hot tub, or the bathtub, which of course my executive producer loves that one, but it's also the guy didn't even have matching wine glasses to boot. We're paying for non-matching wine glasses.
Well,
but
good.
Anyway, but on a serious note, you know, I used to think that it was leadership. Then I thought it was Congress, because they lacked oversight. They're the ones who are supposed to be responsible for being the stewards of our economy and running these and doing oversight for all these administrations. Then we find out that they are doing insider trading, and they have to pass a law to tell them that you're not supposed to do it. Well, the rest of us know it. We've seen the perp walk on Wall Street. And now we find that the civil servants, that the people who work, just have no sense of decency. They just spend our money wildly on magicians, porn, wine, parties.
Some have a sense of decency, many don't.
That's right,
but
some do.
They're no different from anybody else. The problem with government, and Thomas Jefferson understood this, he said it's the natural progress of things for government to grow and liberty to yield. When they founded the country, they understood the problem. And it will always grow bigger and acquire more power for themselves. And the alternative, the free market, impersonal market forces, the invisible hand, people don't get. The invisible hand is invisible.
What are we going to fix this? I mean, do you see anything in the future? I mean, whether you're Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, or whatever, anyone. I mean, it almost seems hopeless. It almost seems just like a game.
Well, we libertarians would fix it if we had a chance and we could really do it. But do you ever wonder, why did Japan and Germany do so well after World War II? Their economies boomed in the 50s and 60s. Sadly, I think it's because we bombed them to smithereens and they had to start over. And when you start over, you can get rid of the government sclerosis that builds up over time.
I don't recommend that for us, though.
No, let's not recommend it. I mean, maybe we'll learn from Greece, or when Spain blows up, or Japan, or California, or Illinois. But we're not taking the steps now.
Do you like Ron Paul?
I do.
So he's the man that you support for president?
Gary Johnson, Ron Paul, absolutely.
Ron Paul doesn't have a chance, so you agree on that?
Next week, he's going to catch on.
Next week? Why? Is there a special thing going on?
I just think that these ideas of limited government make such sense that it has to catch on sometime. And today's Friday, so I have to pick next week.
Do you think the Republicans are telling the truth when they say that they're for limited government?
I really want to believe it. But I get frustrated with Mitt Romney. He says, I'm going to cut the workforce by 10% by attrition.
You mean the government?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that. And great if he does, but why does he quickly add by attrition? I mean, Jack Welch, when he ran GE, when it was a big growth company rather than now they feed off the government more, he said it's the job of a leader to identify the bottom 10%, give them a chance to improve, get rid of them if they don't, and bring in new blood. If you get rid of people by attrition, then the bad people stay and the good ones leave. That's not management. And this is the so-called hardcore businessman Romney.
I'm so disappointed in these agencies. Like they have training sessions to teach people how to talk to others. And I think to myself, really? You know, we're paying for that? I mean, it's like, you know, the stuff that we pay for.
Government.
I mean, yeah, no, it's the magicians and the porn and the tub and all that stuff. It's even more disturbing than that we're paying for all these conferences where people like learning how to talk to each other, learning how to do their jobs. And I think to myself, why don't we hire them after they know how to do their jobs?
Well, that would be good. But look, you're fighting what we're imprinted to believe. I break No They Can't down into here's what intuition led me to believe. I was wrong for years when I won my Emmy Awards, and here's what reality has taught me. And intuition says we need central planning. I can't get my brain around how you design a sewage treatment plant myself, so my instinct says, Obama, he went to Harvard, he'll appoint the right people, and top down they can plan life. But economists tell you, Frederick Hayek said, it's the job of economics to explain how little we know about what we imagine we can design. That doesn't work. The free market works. It's not intuitive.
All right, now I should tell the viewers the rotten thing you did to me. You sat down tonight and you said to me that you were at a dinner and someone was there who that went to high school with me, and I said, who was it? And you couldn't remember.
Look, I'm going through.
And so he took out all these papers. I mean, really? I mean, like, you have no idea who it was.
No idea.
Is that rotten or what? It's like why do you even tell me that?
I'll find out later. We just won't do it on the air.
Why didn't you even tell me that? Because now I'm sitting here wondering who you had dinner with that was at this dinner. Anyway, you look very handsome in your tuxedo, and thank you very much for joining us. Hope you come back.
Thanks.
Nice to see you.